Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikal and I am a self-taught film photographer based in New York City. I am working on filing my film negatives tonight before I fly out for the holidays tomorrow. And I just wanted to talk to y'all about overcoming doubt. And I think the most important thing in life, honestly, is to do things scared. Oh my gosh. I'm about to cut this scared because sometimes with film negatives, when you have to cut it yourself, it's hard to see the delineation between the frames. But doing things scared and having complete belief in yourself is so important. The decisions you make at an early age really set the foundation for the rest of your life. And that's not to say that, you can't change your life at any stage, but the earlier that you can follow your intuition and make decisions based on what is right for you, I think the benefits of those decisions compound over time. And so focusing on being a creative, I have taken a lot of risks this year. I think my biggest risk was investing in myself to go to Japan. I spent my 27th birthday alone in Japan. And that was actually so crazy. I still can't believe it happened. That was one of the most life-changing decisions for me. I learned so much. I love Japanese food, so I was very happy to be there on my birthday. I invested in a ton of film, and now the photos from my solo trip to Japan are on display in Houston, Texas until February 2025. If you told me that at the beginning of the year, I would not have believed you. Those are things that happened because I took risks and I was scared, and I've never been to East Asia, and I was gonna be in Japan for 2 weeks by myself. I was scared, and I think I'm someone who solo travels quite a bit. And I will say, at least for myself, it never gets easier because every country you have to learn how to navigate that environment. If you don't speak the language, it's more difficult. So when I first started solo traveling after the pandemic, I was primarily going to Latin America because I speak Spanish. But this time I was going to Japan, where thankfully a lot of people, actually they don't speak English. A lot of people would do like text, or rather audio to text translations. Like they would have me speak to Google Voice, and that's how I would communicate with a lot of people. But it was a big risk, and it was a really, really beautiful time. Beyond that, I also took a risk starting to post myself on the internet. And also, this is something that I really had to push myself to do. I love speaking, I love communicating with people, but posting myself on the internet was really scary. And it's something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I looked back, I'm currently on Photobooth, so I have videos here on Photobooth. I have videos, trying to figure out what roll I'm gonna file next. I have a lot of videos in my camera roll. Oh no, I have to cut these. I'm trying to, while I'm recording, I'm trying to file pre-cut negatives. But point being is I've recorded a lot of videos in the past that just never made it to the internet. It's new to me, but I think it's something I feel very called to do. I talked about this in my, I think, How to Be Alone video, my first video on here, that as an only child, I learned a lot from the internet, and it made me feel very connected to others. So, a lot of people, as we heal or as we think about the things that give us joy, it's often connecting to our inner child and rediscovering the things that gave us joy and comfort in our early years. As an only child who grew up in the age of the internet, I loved watching content. I learned how to take care of my curly hair through YouTube. I learned how to be shameless and how to be unapologetic about my art through YouTube. I also want to share my journey to connect with others and hopefully inspire up-and-coming creatives or folks who are interested in learning about being a creative in New York City. And a lot of this is overcoming doubt. I got so tired of myself holding myself back. I got tired of myself doubting myself. Because it's like, if you're doubting yourself, how is anyone else supposed to believe in you? Or even if other people do believe in you, because I'm so blessed that I have friends and family and even photography mentors that have invested so much time and energy and belief into me. You can't properly receive that if you don't believe in yourself. The same thing with anything. Like, if everyone tells you that you're beautiful, if you truly do not believe you're beautiful, you are not going to be able to receive that. External validation is a nice cherry on top to whatever you are creating and whatever you believe about yourself. It's about how you feel. It's your life. You're the only one living it. You're the only one who's going to have to live with the decisions that you make. And so, understanding that you are the source, that you create from your perspective, and your perspective is unique to who you are, to what you have experienced. We are all having different experiences, and storytelling is such a powerful tool for practicing empathy and for connecting with others. I have a lot of different stories that I want to explore and tell. Right now I'm focused on my Habesha photo project, which is focused on the relationship between language and identity. And it's really a critique and a love letter to my community, the Eritrean and Ethiopian community. But I think it will also connect with others, because the stories that are the most specific are the most universal. I was reading The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and he was talking about how when he started writing, he never thought about writing for an audience outside of his perspective. He wrote from his perspective as a Black man, and he never thought about how other audiences would receive his work. So when this woman who is a teacher in the Carolinas reached out to him, he ended up going, I can't remember which Carolina it was, if it was North or South, but he went to one of the Carolinas because she was trying to fight the school board, trying to put a ban on his book. And it was really beautiful to read about how through that experience and through meeting this white woman from the South versus like him being a Black man in the North, that he was able to see how he didn't have to translate his story for someone to understand, relate, and learn from it. And so that is kind of where I want to leave it today. I want to make this video really short, but stop doubting yourself, stop diluting yourself, stop trying to meet other people's expectations and standards. Spend time with yourself, figure out what your perspective is, figure out what you want to say, what you want to create in this life. I think that self-doubt and fear is honestly an indication of where we need to grow the most. So if you're feeling fear about creating and sharing something, or about expressing yourself in a specific way, I'm challenging you to try to do that and see what happens. Every time that I have overcome a fear, I've always been surprised at how easy or sometimes insignificant it felt once I was on the other side of that fear. Sometimes the anticipation is what scares us the most. It's the what ifs. It's like, what's going to happen once I overcome this, or once I face this fear that I have? You won't know unless you actually face it. So I hope y'all gain something from this video. I hope you guys believe in yourself, because I think 2024 has shown me the more I believe in myself, the more that I am welcoming the opportunities, experiences, and people that are aligned with the life that I want to lead. So thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if this video helped. If you guys have any questions for me, being a 20-something creative in New York, I'm happy to share more. I'm going to share more, so just let me know if you guys want to hear anything specific, and I'll see y'all next time.